With Sony's PlayStation 5 reveal just around the corner, here's a list of 5 things I hope they show to us fans who have been waiting with bated breath for any sort of info regarding the upcoming console. Number 1. The hardware. This seems like an obvious one. It's really about time Sony showed their cards and revealed to the world exactly what the PS5 is going to look like. They've been so quiet on this front that it makes me wonder whether this is going to be the best looking piece of hardware to grace any human being's living room ever, or whether it's quite the opposite.
No, God!
We already know what the new DualSense controller looks like, so a reveal of the console itself is something I would be shocked if it doesn't materialise. Number 2. A release date. Both Sony and Microsoft promised a while ago that the next generation of consoles will be released in the holiday season of 2020, but we don't yet have an exact date. What I would personally love is for Sony to take the initiative here, and for them to give us an exact date of when the console will be released at retail, and when we can maybe start to pre-order. The holiday season isn't really that far away at this point.
Santa's coming.
So considering we don't even have a release date yet, this is another one that I wouldn't be surprised to see. Number 3. New games. For the past few generations, Sony hasn't exactly come out swinging when it came to exclusive games available at the release of their new consoles. Normally they've been decent to good titles, that while they don't set the world alight, they're not terrible either, apart from that one we don't really talk about. This is Sony's ace up the sleeve when it comes to its competitor, Microsoft, as their library of exclusive titles is second to none. So a big display here of upcoming games that will be available at, or close to, release date would really put the ball firmly in their court. Aside from a list of first-party games, I would also really love to see some more third-party games that either haven't been released yet, or we haven't seen anything from for a really long time, or at all. Whether it's the next Call of Duty title, the Lord of the Rings Gollum game, maybe a look at Bethesda's Starfield, or, dare I say it, Beyond Good and Evil 2?
It's not going to happen.
With an extensive look at new and upcoming games, Sony could really take the fight to Microsoft in the upcoming console war, but it remains to be seen how much they hold back from us until a later date. Number 4. Something concrete about backwards compatibility. This is a really important one for me, and is something I feel that Sony just has to get right. Ever since Microsoft announced that their Xbox One would be getting a software patch to allow backwards compatibility, while Sony simply said that their PS4 was incapable of it, Sony has been somewhat of a laughingstock when it comes to playing old games on their console. With the PS5 and this upcoming conference, Sony can finally right the ship and give the fans a definite answer about whether or not backwards compatibility will be coming to the next gen, and if it does, in what capacity. In my opinion, not having full backwards compatibility would be absolute suicide for the PS5, but if they are able to promise it completely, and maybe even tease the ability to play even older games too,
You talking to me?
Yeah, you talking to him?
then fans will quickly forget about the PS4's lack of the feature, and instead look forward to the PS5's bright new future as their console for both games old and new. Number 5. Finally, this isn't something specific that I want to see from Sony, but instead a wish to see some of the exciting new features that I hope the PS5 will be bringing with it. The majority of players won't be interested in technical Guardian or SSD speeds, but instead tuning in to hear about innovative and genuinely exciting new inventions that their new console will be enriching their lives with. This conference should be about getting fans as excited as possible about the new console they'll hopefully be bringing into their homes this year. And what better way to do that than by selling it to them by telling them about all the new things this new machine can do that their old one can't. So there you have it, 5 things I want to see from Sony at their PS5 reveal this week. If you didn't know already, Sony is streaming the reveal of their console on June 4th at 1 PM Pacific, so tune in and get ready for the next generation of gaming.